The Objective News Network? Putin is still the Russian chess master. Hello, this is Hnatio reporting for the Objective News Network. Welcome to our broadcast. Last week, Russian President Vladimir Putin acknowledged the death of Wagner Group leader Evgeny Prigozhin and a group of his lieutenants in a fiery plane crash north of Moscow. Prigozhin was said to be on the passenger list, but the Kremlin hasn't confirmed the identification of his body among the remains. In our last story on the topic of Mr. Putin several weeks ago, we observed that the whole Prigozhin matter, beginning with the Wagner Group's march on Moscow, appeared a bit fishy. We speculated that it might have been another Russian false flag operation to determine who in the ranks of the Russian military was loyal to Putin and who wasn't, and to reconsolidate his sole position as the Russian leader after the damage inflicted upon Putin's political status as the result of the Ukraine war. After all, the Russian military has not been as successful in Ukraine as Mr. Putin was demanding. He had to rely on Wagner mercenary forces to get anything really done on the battlefield in Ukraine. To the people of Russia, Evgeny Prigozhin was reaching a hero status, with Putin being pushed to the background in what Putin believed was a real threat to his power and control over the Russian state. So, let's take a look at what has happened since Vladimir Putin's rule over Russia was threatened by Prigozhin and his Wagner Group. First, mercenary chief Evgeny Prigozhin and his commanders pledged loyalty to the Russian government at a Kremlin meeting with President Vladimir Putin 5 days after they staged their short-lived rebellion. Second, Russia removed Sergei Survokin, nicknamed General Armageddon, as head of the Russian Air Force after they learned that he was loyal to Prigozhin. Third, the two men Prigozhin had wanted to topple, Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu and Valery Gerasimov, the chief of the General Staff, remain in their posts. Fourth, we now have unconfirmed reports of the death of Evgeny Prigozhin. U.S. intelligence tells us that Prigozhin was assassinated, but Russia, like Churchill once said, is an enigma wrapped in a riddle, when you cannot really trust anything you are told by the Russian government. Suppose the plane crash was another Russian false flag operation to further consolidate Russian public opinion and with it power around Putin and his military establishment, while simultaneously freeing up Prigozhin and his forces as a cover operation to maintain and grow Russia's sphere of influence in Africa. So, on the face of it, it looks like all those people who predicted the imminent demise of Putin's rule over Russia after the Wagner Group's march on Moscow were wrong. No, Mr. Putin still stands high with his political and military control of Russia fully intact and possibly stronger than before the Wagner Group's march on Moscow. Yes, a real chess master in a very dangerous game. It is what it is. Thank you for watching. This is Hnatio reporting for the Objective News Network. Please tell your family, friends, colleagues, and followers about us. We need your help and the voices of the silent majority to work with us to get America back on track again. Thank you, and please subscribe